The hacker simply connected to the coffee shop's Wi-Fi and immediately uncovered the owner's secret. The internet speed was a full gigabit, a bill far too high for this little cafe to afford. He walked straight up to the owner, dropped a folder on the table, and said everything inside had been pulled from the cafe's Wi-Fi. The hacker explained the owner could open dozens of coffee shops, all running at gigabit speed. The truth was, the owner was rich because he was running a child exploitation site, a crime outlawed in every country. But he was clever. By offering free Wi-Fi, he lured in countless customers, buying himself precious time to disappear once his secret got out. Terrified, the owner asked how much money the hacker wanted, but Ike wasn't there for money. By then, the cops had already arrived at the cafe. Ike worked as a tech specialist at a loan company called Easy Corp. The firm controlled about 70% of the world's lending. Everyone was trapped by debt. His girlfriend Angela was buried under student loans, facing decades of work just to pay them off. One day, the company was hit by a massive cyber attack. The other IT staff couldn't handle it, and losses soared past $20 million. But Ike, being a hacker, shut it down effortlessly. As he dug into the source of the attack, he found a file named after a hacker collective. He was stunned they'd leave such an obvious clue. But attached was another note: do not delete. At first, Ike wanted to wipe it, but after thinking it over, he left it alone. On the subway ride home, a stranger approached him and said, "Get off at the next stop with me, but only if you didn't delete that file. If you did, there's no point in us meeting." Shocked, Ike followed the man out just before the doors closed. They walked into an old neighborhood. Behind a hidden door in a narrow alley was the headquarters of a secret hacker group. The cyber attack had been a test. Only those who passed could join. Anyone who deleted the file would never be trusted. That night, Ike officially became part of the world's #1 hacker team. The next day, the man took Ike on a Ferris wheel ride, and from the top, laid out their mission. Since Easy Corporation held 70% of the planet's loan business, if they could wipe all its servers clean, every mortgage would be erased. Ike's only job was to inject the company president's IP address into the cyber attack. That would be the first step toward their grand vision. On his way home, Ike wrestled with the choice. But when he saw yet another student loan ad, he made up his mind. He forged evidence and handed the cyber attack report over to the police. Not long after, Easy Corporation's president, Terry, was arrested. Even the authorities had no idea why he'd done it. While the world cheered at the news, Ike was suddenly seized by a group of men in black.